Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to There You Are, episode 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pre-recorded stream that I have decided to make for you guys this summer, where we simply report all the confirmed news, whether it be Ornstein or Fabrizio or any topic that we find interesting. Episode 1, feel free to go check it out, was based around Ten Hag staying at Manchester United, where I broke down why I thought it was a good decision by Man United. So there's a lot for us to unpack today. Michael Olise news, massive news for Chelsea Football Club and for Bayern Munich as well, to be fair. So we're going to be addressing it from all perspectives. Big up to everyone watching right now. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This is Football if you're yet to do so. I want you guys to share the video everywhere. And I want you to hear me out. This is not an agenda-based show. We have Ahwa, where we have fun on the live streams. You have multiple different streams on the channel where we just enjoy banter and we just banter around. There's playground activities, just having fun, just like we were when we were teenagers talking about football. But on this stream specifically, I'm going to be serious. I'm going to give you my objective opinion, non-agenda, and you can feel free to disagree or agree. It's up to you completely. Hear me out and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's just get into it. Let's stop wasting everyone's time. Michael Olise is going to Bayern Munich, ladies and gentlemen, according to Ornstein. You guys are watching this on a Saturday. Last night, Ornstein dropped the bomba that Michael Olise has chosen Bayern Munich, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is a player, obviously, that Chelsea have been chasing. They've chased him last summer. At the start of this summer, we did transfer videos with Man United and Chelsea fans where we were like, should Olise choose Manchester United? Should he choose Chelsea? Even Newcastle got involved at a certain point in time. There was even reported news that apparently my club, Liverpool Football Club, wanted to get involved in the Olise transfer. So obviously, this is a player that's been wanted by plenty of Premier League clubs due to his quality. Obviously, he's a Premier League proven player. He's someone who's got 10 goals this season, 6 assists in the league, 16 GA in total. Absolutely fantastic performances away at the Etihad. A fantastic performance, obviously, at home at Crystal Palace. Selhurst Park to Manchester United. So he's had plenty of good performances, even against the bigger clubs this season. So he's caught the eye of many, many clubs, even the one that he chose to go to outside of the Premier League. Now, here is where I start with the first mistake that Clearlake made. And I'm just going to refer to them as Clearlake, whether it's Iqbali, Bowley, Winstanley, Stewart, I couldn't care less. Let's just call them Clearlake, whoever is upstairs at Chelsea Football Club and is responsible for this decision. If you're going for a Premier League proven quality player that's wanted by many clubs, you need to understand before you even make the inquiry and before you even speak to the guy that you're going to have to pay Premier League quality wages. This is simply how it goes. Now, Ornstein mentioned in his first tweet that one of the reasons was a financial reason. Obviously, it's not because Chelsea don't have money. As I said, I'm not going to troll and do agendas on the stream. It's because of the wage structure and the fact that they want to keep a specific wage structure at Chelsea. Now, from my perspective, if I'm going for a Premier League proven quality player, and when I say quality, it's not a talent, it's not someone that still needs to prove themselves, it's not someone who plays for the under 18s or the under 17s or the academy of Crystal Palace. He's a starter for their team. You could say either him or Eze, probably Adam Wharton in there. 3 best players for Crystal Palace this season, turned it around under Glasner. Shout out to him as well because he's done an incredible job at Crystal Palace. When you go in for a Premier League proven player, you're going to have to pay Premier League proven wages. Liverpool Football Club are interested in Mark Guehi. I know we won't be able to pay Mark Guehi 70 grand a week. This is just logic. This is just common sense. Now, is this some form of smoke screen? Are we being reported false information just so Chelsea maybe look a little bit better to the media? Maybe Bayern Munich just Chelsea. Same way what happened to my club last season with Lavia and Caicedo. Maybe the same thing happened to Chelsea this season, but Bayern Munich came in. Now, obviously, Michael Olise, for the people who don't know, let's just cut the crap and let's just say it as this. Guys, Michael Olise is French. So it's not like, he's totally in love with the Premier League and he feels the need to prove himself. I think Michael Olise deep down thinks he's already ready to make that next step to a club that's been winning, to a club, obviously they haven't won Bundesliga last year. Before some smart ass mentions it in the chat, we're talking generally winning. I mean, they've won 10 of the last 11 titles. So let's not mention the outlier. In general, they're a winning club in Germany. They've won, I think, 2 Champions Leagues over the last 10 years. So obviously they have had some form of success at Bayern Munich and their stability over there. The people in charge at Bayern Munich are completely, the same, and it's the same people running the football club, and they have stability and they know exactly what Bayern Munich need, etc., etc., etc. Now, if you're Michael Olise, obviously you would choose Bayern Munich over Chelsea. I would struggle, even as a Liverpool fan, to say that he'd choose Liverpool over Bayern Munich. With all due respect, of course, I don't even think he chooses Arsenal over Bayern Munich, or right now probably Man City is the only club that could compete with that level of pull right now, and it pains me to say it, but it's the unfortunate truth, because it's not just a matter of club size. If it was the matter of club size, then AC Milan would be the second, most attractive club in the world, but they aren't. So it's not just a matter of club size; it's a matter of who you are right now, who your manager is, who your players are, etc., etc., etc. Now, for me, the first mistake that Clearlake made, and as I said earlier on, Clearlake, I'm just referring to everyone at Chelsea. The first mistake that Clearlake made was approaching a Premier League proven quality player and expecting to pay lower level wages for someone of that standard. Now, if I'm trying to go to a 5-star quality restaurant, I don't expect to go into that 5-star quality restaurant and pay KFC money. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more money attached, because that is a Michelin star restaurant. That's a restaurant, that's high quality, high grade. It's not like fast food. It's the same thing with Michael Olise. He's not someone that needs to prove himself. He's already proven himself in his mind, and probably even in Crystal Palace's mind. That's why they wanted to keep him so badly, because he's obviously their best player or second best player. Let's not get into semantics with Eze. Now, I just want to address one of the myths. And I love the Chelsea fans that are just simply coping right now and selling copium to their audiences and selling copium to the people. The myth that Olise is injury prone. Olise missed 23 games. Nico Williams from Bilbao, the guy who's tearing it up for Spain right now at the Euros, missed more games. Mohamed Kudus, who's another player that Chelsea have been linked with as a replacement for Olise, also missed more games and also missed more fixtures and also missed more days. So let's not sit up here and cope because Olise chose Bayern Munich over Chelsea to sit up here and say stuff like, oh yeah, he's injury prone and I didn't want him anyway. Let's not lie. Olise is a fantastic player. Move Salah down the middle, play Olise on the right, I would have been happy. Move Saka to the left, play Olise on the right, probably a lot of Arsenal fans would have been happy. City, he starts for them. He walks into Manchester United and he's probably their best or second best player automatically. So let's not act like Michael Olise is a scrub. Obviously, he's a quality player. And to be honest, other than Cole Palmer, there is no forward at Chelsea better than him. And that's just the reality of the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. And I think now it's the real time where Chelsea fans just take a step back and observe. I'm not telling you your project is a failure already. I'm not telling you Clearlake have failed already. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying it's time now to just sit back and observe what happens this summer transfer window, because it's going to be very pivotal. And what happens during the season. They've chosen their guy now. Enzo Maresca. They've chosen him. 5-year contract. You're going to be our guy. You're going to be our manager. And that's it. They've chosen the path. And we hear links to the likes of John Duran. How does that exactly help Chelsea? Nicholas Jackson was signed as the understudy. He's now going to be the understudy to the understudy in John Duran. And this makes me think as well, if the thing is wages, how come Chelsea wanted Jack Grealish? Because Jack Grealish is going to command a high level of wages as well. How come they wanted Julian Alvarez? Because Julian Alvarez is going to command a high level of wages as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nico Williams is like on 100-something grand a week at Bilbao. I doubt he's going to come to Chelsea to earn 50 grand a week. So even the players that are being mentioned, it doesn't really add up. So could there be something fishy in the story to make maybe perhaps Chelsea look better or whatever? Possibly, it could be a possibility. I mean, I've read tweets from Chelsea fans and maybe Chelsea accounts with big followings and stuff like that talk about the fact that he simply doesn't fit the project because he's not a youth player and he's Premier League proven, and maybe they think of resale value and maybe they're not ready to pay high level wages. The reality is Chelsea fans need to take a step back and realize that the way that their football club is run is not any longer a club run to win now. Enzo Maresca is not a win now manager. The players that you're linked with, John Duran and others, that's why I was actually very complimentary of Chelsea when they signed Tosin Adarabioyo. He's 26, he's not a kid, it's not a youth player, he's Premier League proven, done, problem solved. Well done. I said, well done, Chelsea, for signing Tosin. Had you signed Olise, I would have said, well done to Chelsea for signing Olise. So it's not an agenda-based narrative, or it's not an agenda-based analysis. But at the same time, I'm one of the people who I don't think John Duran is going to be a good signing. You have to take a step back now and just observe what happens for the rest of the summer, because if Chelsea show a clear direction in which they're not going for experienced players, which is one of the things that even Chelsea fans themselves said they need this season. Premier League proven players, Premier League experienced players, players who are actually good. Being experienced and being not good enough versus being experienced and being good enough. That's the thing that Chelsea need, which is the likes of Olise and others. Now, if they get Premier League proven players who are quality and who are experienced and who can help guide the Chelsea youth and who can help take Chelsea to a higher level, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Chelsea right now. They don't need another kid. They've already signed Estevao and David Washington and every single Brazilian, Argentinian, whoever kid from around the world. It makes me think, are Chelsea really just doing a extended version of a development project? In Todd Bowley and Iqbali's mind, do they actually want to win? Or are they just building a selling project in which they're going to make money at the end of it? Because we don't really know their intentions. That's just the ultimate reality of the situation. Maybe perhaps that is one of the things. Michael Olise is a player that Chelsea have been chasing for a really long time. And this is where, for me, is the first red flag for Chelsea. Ever since the Todd Bowley ownership, this is your first rejection. You haven't been rejected. Caicedo didn't reject you. Lavia didn't. Palmer didn't. All these players, they never rejected you. This is your first rejection, because there are only two scenarios for Chelsea fans to choose from here. Either Olise rejected them and he chose Bayern Munich simply because of Champions League football and because he wanted to play for a bigger club, wanted to compete, blah, blah, blah. Or you don't have money, don't have wages to give a football player. Both answers shows that Chelsea aren't really headed in the best direction right now, which explains the links to the likes of Duran and explains the links to the likes of these other players. Michael Olise choosing Bayern Munich over Chelsea is the first red flag, because it's been reported as well by the likes of, Fabrizio and others and other reporters that Michael Olise simply could just not be convinced of the Chelsea project, which if I'm listening to that, I get it. I get it. Ever since Todd Bowley and Iqbali has been at Chelsea, they haven't been really convincing. So I understand where they're coming from. So Chelsea fans, you simply have to observe now. Sit back, observe. What happens over the next month? What happens over the next 2 months? Are we linked to more John Durans of the world? Or are we linked to more Olises of the world? More Alvarez's of the world? More Grealish's of the world? Players who can make us better as Chelsea, of course. I'm saying us. I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I'm saying us as the institution can make Chelsea better. Or are we going to go down this youth project rabbit hole again? Because if Chelsea go down this youth project rabbit hole, you guys who predict top 4 and the people who predict we're going to win this and we're going to win that, you can kiss that goodbye. You can kiss that goodbye, because even our youth project, who took on your team in the Carabao Cup final, it was Virgil van Dijk, the experienced player who scored the winner at the end. And it was Kostas Tsimikas, who's the Greek captain, who crossed the ball from the corner. So that's my honest thoughts. I think this is the first red flag. I don't think it's panic stations yet. I think the Chelsea fans simply need to sit back and observe. But Clearlake, I think the spotlight is now on them. It's on the directors. It's on Winstanley. It's on Stewart. It's on Iqbali, Bowley, whoever the hell you want to mention. It's on every single one of them to start making the right decisions, or Chelsea Football Club could go down a very, 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 very dangerous pathway, because Chelsea either simply could not attract a player over Bayern Munich, or could not afford to give him the wages he wants, of which both scenarios are scary, because this is the first guy to say no to Chelsea. And on the other side, if I want Premier League proven talent, I'm going to have to pay Premier League proven wages. It's just how it goes. So that's my honest opinion on the whole situation. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. There you are, episode 2. I love you all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you guys whenever we see you. Peace.